Somewhere between the haze of a heavy high and the shadows of the south, there are stories that don't quite sit right. A missing piece, a strange vibe, a secret someone hoped would stay buried. This ain't your typical smoke session. This time, we're lighting up and we're digging in.
Welcome to a very special episode of First Bake. And I'm going to say it, but you have to see it to understand what it means. It's called true crime, but the I is being replaced by the word high in brackets. So true crime, but just envision that it's brackets high in the middle. And we're going to start off by all taking a shot of these little reds from Modern Alchemists. These are 10 milligram THC. They're hemp derived, 45 calories. I think this is supposed to be a basically a shot of Fireball. Let's just drink it.
None of us have tried this yet.
No.
Right? All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud. Oh my gosh. I didn't finish it all.
It's kind of like Fireball. It's like the little Red Hots.
Yeah. I was expecting a lot more burn.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth.
Yeah, because I don't know if that's the cinnamon. Like my mouth is kind of on fire. I have a very low tolerance for spice.
It is cinnamon.
It's a cinnamon.
It's a cinnamon.
Yeah. So, but there's not that like I can handle the cinnamon, but the liquor usually afterwards is kind of what puts me off for Fireball shots, which is what I love about a lot of these concoctions is that they have the flavor without the kick of the alcohol. I'm Daniel. Joining me today is
the normal. I'm Mark. What's up, everybody? Good to see you. And excited to introduce.
I'm Noelia. I am Mark James's daughter, and I'm the resident forensics major of the household. No, well, technically, my program does fall under the criminal justice umbrella, so you're right, in a sense.
What has brought us all here today, except for Mark, I don't know if he knows why he's here today, is our shared love of the macabre, the true crime. I don't know exactly where you are on it, but like I'm like a pig in slop with this stuff. Like I'm just rolling around like just
I will say this. I am so interested in the macabre. I know things about like existential like space and astronomy theory, like string theory and quantum immortality, but I also know about like old asylum practices. I own lobotomy tools. I own them. I also like the paranormal, cryptids. Anything dark and scary, I probably know at least a little bit about it.
What about the Mothman? Like
I love Mothman.
Okay, so
I'm in love with Mothman. I love Mothman.
What about the Mothman do you love?
I love moths by themselves, and then the prophetic part of Mothman, and just the association with like, is he from like the nuclear plant ruins that are over there? Because that is a thing over there. He's just one of my favorites.
Do you believe in the Jersey Devil? Well, there is that you don't believe in. Let's say like any popular ones that like you're like that's not real.
I don't know. There's so much woods. There's so much that we're never gonna fully understand, and like so many stories from so many people. I will say I don't believe in every Bigfoot sighting, but I would not put it past Bigfoot being a thing because every other place has a large ape. So if we have one and it's Bigfoot, okay, but I don't think all Bigfoot sightings are Bigfoot just because how popular the myth is.
What about the Loch Ness Monster?
See, that one is, I'm a little more skeptical about that one because there's that theory that is a current form of extinct marine life from back when dinosaurs were roaming around, which is also another thing I know a lot about. So I'm very like, is it not?
I think is it because it's the British people that are doing it?
No.
Because I don't trust the British. They've done a lot of bad things.
I don't trust I don't, you know what?
I don't think we have much room to talk currently in this state of the world.
You're right. You're right. And that makes me angry that I can't be mad about the British because of somebody I didn't vote for. But to go to Bigfoot, I have a story that I'm going to tell today. So this is a story that starts in a place that most people have heard of, but probably don't know much about. It's a place that has its own history, its own mythology, and in a lot of ways, its own set of rules. And I'm not talking about some remote stretch of wilderness up in Pacific Northwest. No, I'm talking about Humboldt County. Do you guys know anything about Humboldt County?
So it's where they grow all. It's like Marijuana Mountain out there. They
Yep.
grow a ton of weed and everything.
Yep.
And a lot of disappearances and
Uh,
a
you
lot of drama, man. A lot of stuff going on. You said to say what I know about it, man.
Okay. In the last few years, the cannabis industry has put this county on the map. More than just the redwoods or the picturesque coastline. When people talk about Humboldt, they talk about weed. And rightfully so, it's been one of the biggest sources of marijuana cultivation in the country for decades. Before weed was legal, it was a place where people could basically like seclude themselves enough to where they can grow cannabis, but like there's no way that like law enforcement can really do anything about it because it's so wooded and it's so shedded and all of this stuff. So like think of like moonshining, how it goes on in our neck of the woods. That's kind of what's on here. Uh, so um, it kind of I think back into like the 50s is when people started to arrive here, and it kind of almost became like I would say moonshine of like this kind of like very secretive, almost like the mafia. Like this is an area where like nobody wants you to fuck up a good thing. Like this is like paradise for the people, and as a result, a lot of times people may be willing to do things that they normally wouldn't do to keep that safe. A note here about Humboldt County, just before we hop in. So, 717 people per 100,000 go missing in Humboldt County. That's twice of all of California alone. Um,
Okay.
so there's a lot of mysterious stuff that goes on here, and for that reason, it has gotten the title of Murder Mountain. So like this area attracts a lot of people, and they call them trimigants. It's basically people who come up for like certain seasons. It attracts like a lot of like free people. Think of like Jack Kerouac on the road, beatnik kind of lifestyle of people that just drop everything and just move to Humboldt to like get into weed. Something that like sounds cool and equally scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever seen Bates Motel?
Like
The like recent one, the newer one? It was on like Showtime or something, I think.
I've heard of it and I've heard that it was good, but I'm not even super familiar. Is it Psycho Bates?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah, no,
watched like first few episodes.
It had the guy that was in The Good Doctor was in it. He played the Bates kid. They based it at a location that was essentially named and like inspired by this mountain that we're talking about. And like so a lot of things that happen, you know, people would go up there, would be transient kids that were just coming through. There were kids that just they wanted cash, you know, it was cash money plus weed and stuff like that. But then there'd always be like some dumbass that goes in there and tries to rob everybody and gets killed. You know what I'm saying? Or like some dumb thing that happened in the series at least. So
yeah.
it sounds like similar situation.
Yeah, for sure. There's so many different like stories. Like there's a speculation that there's a serial killer because there's like maybe a pattern of 5 missing women that went missing up on the mountain. So they're not sure if
No, that's already ringing alarm bells because of what I know about serial killers and how they operate.
yeah, exactly. They prey on the people that are like nobody's going to realize they're missing.
That's
like,
why so many of them. That's why so many of them pick women. That's why Dahmer picked the men of color in his community that he did. That's why they don't care.
Yeah, unfortunately, very especially true way back in the day, but especially now, it's still a systematic system. It's very like it is almost like the mafia like runs it. It's almost like a video game land if you think.
Yeah, because it's like how the Prohibition and then moonshiners and then that snowballed into like Al Capone and that area of our history. So that doesn't surprise me that an illegal marijuana would also snowball into criminal activity like that. But it's like you make something like that where you can't get it, then someone's going to find an opportunity to use that to make money. Any means necessary.
100%. Al Capone question mark. Do you know how he died?
I believe he was shot. No.
No clue.
Syphilis.
Right.
So Al Capone, like, so if you don't know, this might be the only reason I know about this is because of the story. I'm not a syphilis expert. I just want to preface that.
Are you sure?
But if you don't treat syphilis, and this is kind of something that like goes back, especially in history, like a lot of before there was, a lot of they go mad, and it just kind of eats away their brain. Like there's tales of at Capone when he was at Alcatraz fishing in the swimming pool, like his just mind completely gone because syphilis ate it away.
That's crazy.
It starts with an E. It ends up to encephalitis, I think. That's the...
That sounds like something.
That C-section of the brain.
That does sound like something.
That does sound like something.
That does.
Yeah.
I was reading about...
You guys could completely lie to me and all this shit, and I'd be like, oh, yeah, I could see that happening.
Disease, like fatal insomnia and stuff like that a while ago. So I know it's like fresh in my brain. What is it? The brain infection. Brain infection. It starts with an E. Encephalitis. I was right. Anyways.
That's a sweet pull. I would brag about that. That's a good thing to know. So you feel like you might have the answer to this. What do you think is the worst way to die?
I don't have the answer to that because I know so many ways to die. There's so many horrible, horrible ways to go.
Worse is in like what? Are you talking about?
Like experiencing it.
A lot of the deaths that are involved with caving, where people get stuck in narrow caves, those are...
Oh, that's awful. Yes, I saw. I literally just watched a TikTok about that, and it makes like why? First off, fucking people stop going in holes that you don't know where they end up at.
Right.
You want to stick yourself in a tiny hole. Like I get it. Like you probably need therapy. There's something that's not clicking.
There are therapies that can help if you need like to be squeezed. There's weighted blankets, y'all.
Yeah, we've got weighted blankets. We've got all this technology. Fucking what is it?
I get great hugs.
Yeah, Mark can help you out. You don't need to crawl into a hole that has no fucking
Another one I know is really bad way to die is anything with radiation.
Oh, I bet.
Radiation poisoning to any degree. It sucks.
So I watched a video about this. I don't think this would be a bad way to die. It's just a gnarly way to die. So like deep sea divers and like specifically underwater welders get paid a lot of money because it's such a dangerous thing. And basically when they're out there like repairing these oil rigs, they basically have to live in these decompressionalized pods because if they don't, then they'll explode or they'll die and just get like a really fast onset version of the bits. There was this one story of something that went wrong, and there was like a malfunction or somebody didn't do something and it didn't properly seal. So the dude's body fucking obliterated into like it went through the crack that was in the door. Like
you started talking and I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like that.
What?
We're just over here talking about people fucking exploding, and Mark's like,
Y'all.
This is what we're smoking. If anybody's asking.
So tonight we've been drinking the Lil Reds. How are you guys feeling right now? I'm feeling pretty good.
I feel fine.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
I feel good.
In a good mood. Less
Yeah.
pain than earlier, so that's a good thing.
Shout out to Botanical Bliss, who you were just trying. That Donnie Burger.
Yeah, it's the Donnie Burger. That's really good. I'm about to get a little bit of the Hello Mary hash burger.
So the good thing about the hash, like the burger things, is especially the hash burger, is that it's really good for like pain. Like it's one of the strains that's like best for body and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's great. She's smoking the double cherry pie.
Oh hell yeah, double cherry pie.
The official strain of First Bake.
Yeah, use code First Baked while supplies last at Classic City Hemp for $95 off an ounce. Tell them that we sent you. Tell Darren we said what's up. But yeah, it's just a fucking crazy land. Like I don't know if anybody's seen Justified.
I've started watching it, but I never really got into it.
It kind of feels like that kind of area too. But yeah, that is my true crime kind of moment. Yeah, just a kind of crazy place. But some people have speculated, and I bet they're high off their asses while they did it. Bigfoot was a cause of some of this stuff. So
okay. So I'm trying to remember where I know for sure that people have said they see Bigfoot, and I think around in those woods is where there are already a pattern of sightings over there. So maybe Bigfoot, but I don't think all Bigfoot.
Maybe a sniper in a bush outfit.
I have a question. Bigfoot kind of gets like kind of cartoonized as like this person that's just like walking around, like it's very human like would it be, do you think if Bigfoots were like Harry and the Hendersons and they became public knowledge, that like there would be a world where like we would see like Bigfoot human couples and eventually Bigfoot human babies? Or do you think society's not ready for that?
You asked some interesting questions, bro.
No, because I'm genuinely thinking about this.
Oh, of course.
You buy a little bit.
Yeah, well, the answer is yes.
Yes.
If it were legal, somebody would be doing it. Even if it's illegal, somebody's still going to do it.
Florida man.
There's weird people, man.
There's weird people.
But would they be weird? Like, would we be having a conversation of like where maybe we didn't know some things 50 years ago that we would be like,
okay, how like evolved and cohabitating into the future are we going with this? Because like, what if, since my theory is Bigfoot is an ape, Bigfoot would be like how I can't say it. What are they called? They're related to us.
Neanderthals?
That word. Thank you. I think it would kind of be like that situation, and if we evolved together and we're like had to coexist, but I don't know if we'd be all that good at coexisting. We can't even coexist as a singular species.
Yeah, I can't say with the way the current world is treating people unlike them that it would really work out very well. But I'm sure somebody would try it.
Do you think that that's the reason that Bigfoot has been watching and Bigfoot has seen the way people are treated that are different, and that is why Bigfoot is hiding?
That's why I would be hiding if I was Bigfoot.
Mark?
Oh,
give us your Bigfoot thoughts, sir.
Man, I'm sure there's some animal out there that's probably causing a lot of the stir, and then I'm also sure that there's a lot of really fucking high people out there that are causing a lot of the stir as well. So I think it's kind of an egregore in the fact that, you know, once enough people start talking about it, then it becomes kind of a reality in life, and then people try and prove it. And I'm not saying that Bigfoot's not real. I'm sure there's some animal out there, or
So the question was, do you think that Bigfoot has been watching how we treat others as a society, and as a result, Bigfoot is hiding from this society because they don't want to become?
See, I don't know if Bigfoot is even conscious, like on that level consciously and brain capacity wise.
Let's say, let's say we're Planet of the Apes shit, like
Okay,
James.
so Bigfoot is Planet of the Apes level of consciousness.
Yeah, but like,
Okay,
I mean, I wouldn't want to be around us.
that I don't like being around us right now.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I could totally see Bigfoot
Yeah.
staying the fuck away just because.
These people crazy. He's talking Mothman. They have like an AA meeting, all the American cryptids, because we stress them the fuck out.
I don't know, man. I can't see it again. Like in the world today, in this atmosphere that we have going on, I sure as hell, if I were a Bigfoot, I wouldn't come anywhere around here.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, Mark, for the viewers out there, what size shoe do you wear?
I wear a 12 wide, actually.
You heard it here first.
It's a medium foot. Anyway, serial killers. And
Serial killers.
But to go to your expertise as somebody who is into forensics, who do you think was the most skilled serial killer? A lot of these fuckers got really lucky. There would be so many less serial killers if cops weren't such pieces of shit. Like,
there's one that comes to mind. He was known for being especially sadistic. He had a hotel where the hotel that was rigged to be a death trap. And there's even theories that this man was possibly Jack the Ripper before these kills. What is his name? I actually wrote a paper about this specifically. I was given an assignment that was like, identify suspects in a thing and then analyze like a theory of criminology, because it was a criminology assignment. So I did psychoanalytic, which is Sigmund Freud. Hate him, but unfortunately he's right all the time. And then it was, I can't remember.
it's H.H. Holmes. Is that who you're?
Holmes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
I love
I'm
it.
so
So
glad. He would do that. He had a hotel that was rigged to be a giant fucking death trap where he could do like get people from the rooms to kill them. It was like
so when he constructed it, he would like hire one person to do it, and then he would either fire them or he killed some of them. So that nobody ever knew what he was actually doing. He would let them build as much as they needed to know, and then they did away with them to complete it, so that nobody knew what he was doing. And he like struck. It was during it was in Chicago, and the World's Fair was there, so
yeah.
like, there was such like an uptick. So like just during the World's Fair, he was just like fucking murdering people really left and right.
Like, you know that scene in the Sweeney Todd movie where he has the barber chair that he just automated to dump the body? Yeah. It was that type shit.
Yeah.
What he was doing.
That's pretty cool.
His son later found journals and diaries that were written. No, his grandson or his great-grandson found journals by H.H. Holmes where Holmes is talking about the Jack the Ripper murders and is saying shit that sounds like he's Jack the Ripper.
So yeah,
But is that just somebody claiming it, or like is there like a real link to it though?
Like that's legitimately H.H. Holmes'
it's
ancestor. That's his.
Could have happened. Yeah, like
he's taken them to the handwriting analysis people, which their work is so complicated. I respect them so much because handwriting changes no matter all that. And it was like the writing that was found that's H.H. Holmes matches the writing style that the notes that we did get from Jack the Ripper were written in.
Yeah.
So.
But like handwriting is also so heavily like everybody has different takes on it too. Like for like the one of the big things for the Zodiac killer is like figuring out which notes he actually wrote and like what is him and what is a copycat. And like some people have different opinions that, oh, it's a different person. Some people think it's this or that. Like even going like to the Black Dahlia murder, like nobody can ever really agree on
Mhm.
anything when it comes to handwriting.
Yeah, handwriting is the way that it is because even from the same person, you never write the same way
Yeah.
ever again. Like you never write the same way twice. Uh we did a demonstration of this in one of my classes where we were told to write our names 5 times, and we could all see that every time it was still our handwriting, but it was completely different every time we wrote our names.
Yeah.
I expect that just from doing autographs.
Humble
I'll sign posters before a show, and every single signature is different.
So yeah, handwriting. There's like some patterns, and there is some like things that you can be like, oh, this is definitely written by this person because of like how people hold their pencils, how people will hold their hand, all that stuff, how different conditions a person might have can affect their handwriting. So,
How long
how
you
much
hit
do
for?
you know about the Black Dahlia case? Because that was one of the ones I got into in middle school.
I just listened to like this is such a fucking. Last podcast on the left just finished like a 5-part series on the Black Dahlia, so
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
know a lot more than I did like a couple months ago.
Oh my gosh. That was one of those cases that I got stuck on in middle school. He knows he had to deal with my
Yeah,
creepy little middle school self. Black Dahlia murder, Dad.
it's another fucking thing of like the cops really fucked that case.
They failed that girl so bad, and it makes me so mad.
Like there was this guy that was like so committed to like getting this one guy that he did like
Mm-hmm.
a completely illegal sting operation, basically kidnapped the guy to go to like another like Las Vegas for something, and like
Mm-hmm.
all of this stuff, and like it just muddled the case. Some of the evidence that they had was destroyed. Just like fucking the LAPD is, by God, has to be one of the worst police departments. Just how much stuff they mess up.
It's, but there's also like there's so many cases there, and there's so many quotas there, and there's so many shitty cops. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? People can't put two and two together on a regular basis for normal life, let alone to try and put clues together for a case where people don't want to give you any information on it. You
yeah.
know?
But like if you look at like cases like Casey Anthony, for instance, like that's like one of those things like where everybody fucking knows that she did it, allegedly. Um, she just jumped up on TikTok recently, and now she's being like a
Got bullied off.
Yeah, she's not
yeah,
there anymore.
yeah, good.
Bye.
Um, but but that case, like OJ Simpson's case, was so fucking mishandled. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
Is that the police?
they just mishandled
Mm-hmm.
all the evidence.
It's
Like
the way they handled, like they fucked up when they were handling evidence, so it got contaminated, and you can't use evidence that got fucked up
yeah, and
in
especially
court.
in the OJ Simpson, there was so much fucking racism involved in that case that it was hard for anybody to believe that like the cops that were doing this like weren't like trying to pin this on him. So like it was I don't know if I mean you lived it. I don't want to like tell you
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I watched it.
But
It was. I agree with you. Yeah, there was a lot of that. I mean, I was a kid at the time. You know,
there's a,
so I think 13, something like that, maybe.
yeah, you guys should both do yourself a favor. They did a 30 for 30 series on OJ Simpson's trial, and it kind of goes through the whole history of the LAPD and the racism, and it like shows the side of OJ Simpson to where because there were a lot of people in that community that were excited that he got off because it was finally somebody that looked like them got one over
Mm-hmm.
on the system. Like they thought that he did it, but because they're put in a position where they never it was a win for them. Like so like the whole case is like this big thing and it's so intertwined and it goes all the way back to like the beginning of his career. It's a very good documentary series if you're looking. It talks about like the LA riots and like Rodney King and
Yeah, yeah.
just the fucking
So my wife has a theory that OJ didn't really do it. His son did it.
yeah, I've
Mm-hmm.
heard that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've heard recently. That it wasn't like, and he was just covering for his son. Like the Bronco chase was just long enough for his kid to get away. and then that's why the like gloves didn't fit and all that stuff. And I could see it, I could see it,
Mhm.
you know. Um, I also saw a lot of theatrics in the courtroom,
Yeah.
and man, it was some. It took over the world
Yeah.
at that time. It really did. It was on every radio station. It was on every television station. Like there was no way you can get away from watching this case.
Yeah.
And it was really a huge color war at the
Yeah.
time too, like you were saying. So I mean, all that it it was crazy to live through, and it's even crazier in the fact that we haven't gotten any damn better since.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It truly like just it's one of those cases where the police did fuck it up, and there's so many of these serial killers that like almost the first episode of every podcast series about a serial killer is like them and like them growing up and their life and all this stuff, and you almost always hear about like them like, oh, they fucking did this, like they raped this person in 1974, but his dad knew the governor, the mayor, or whatever, and they pushed him.
Mhm.
And it's like these repeated things of people letting it go because he's a guy that looks like them, and they just have this automatic trust in the white privilege where they have so many
Mhm.
opportunities to get away with this stuff. Where there's probably a lot more serial killers potentially for other races, but like the cops just don't let it get that far because they don't give a fuck. But people that look like them, they give them the benefit of a doubt too many times.
I don't know. I feel a lot more. I mean, there definitely some serial killers in history from other races and all, but like most women, like they come from different directions. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So most like women get like
they're Black Widows.
it's a
They
cause.
yeah
It's like the effect because it's a
yeah
cause. Like it's not something they were born into. Like a lot of serial killer that are men, like they grow up, they're just that mentality in their life, and they just do it. A lot of women are like worn into it over time, where they get tired of the bullshit, then they start fucking shit up.
I mean,
Mhm.
I would
Yeah.
there's a strong debate though when it comes to serial killers of is it nature versus nurture, and so many like there are very few
Mhm.
people that have like been studied, and to go to back to my point, like there definitely are a lot of like serial killers of other races, but like I don't think they're allowed to be as prolific because of just the cops are so out to get people that look like them that they're not giving them a bye. The first time they do this, they fuck up, they go to jail. Like we don't know what could have happened just because the cops are so disproportionate towards pinning them down for stuff.
Maybe
I
that's a
don't know.
good possibility.
Yeah.
The whole nature versus nurture debate is really funny for me because it's both. Both happens. There are some where it they were born that way. They showed signs of the homicidal triangle, a psychopathy, no psychopathy. There we go. I got it. Psychopathy. Or there's a condition called callous unemotional children, where these children struggle with empathy, so they act out violently because they don't understand. They don't have. I'm too high, and you're trying to get me to explain the brain.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
whole gimmick there. It's called
Yeah.
first base. I don't know if you've
So,
heard of us before.
Mark,
Okay, give me a second.
I'll do a little trivia here. Mark, um, it's called the McDonald triad, and it's this theory that if there's three things that happen in childhood, there like is an increased risk of them becoming serial killers. What three things do you believe are a part of the McDonald triad?
What is in the triad, Father?
Uh,
I've told you before.
I don't remember.
No.
Um, unless it's like Ronald Grimace and the Hamburglar,
Yeah.
I'm not aware of it.
Oh, okay.
So first one, pretty innocent, wetting the bed, past the time that you're supposed to be wetting the bed.
What is the time that you're supposed to be wetting the
I
bed?
think it's past 9.
Past 9?
Past
Yeah.
9.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
in like 13 is where it's really like.
I think I was good. Okay, good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
All right. One down.
Second one is usually some sort of traumatic brain injury at some point. Maybe a kid gets hit in the head with a bat or falls and hits his head and does all this stuff. And then the third is causing harm to animals. So if you see like those three things, and there's a lot of speculation on whether that's actually true. Like I know that that's like a highly kind of, or it's kind of become less and less looked upon for its accuracy. But if you have those three things, you're like at a much, much higher risk of, or it's like, I don't know.
I feel like the causing harm to animals one is a pretty key sign.
See,
there
you
might
would
be
think
some stuff.
so, but there's a lot of stories of parents who their kids do show all three signs, or at least two of the signs, and they're just like, oh, like he's a little weird, and I'm just like, no, Beth, your kid has the triad.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
sure.
it's a lot of like, that's why it goes to like the nature versus nurture of like,
I think it's both.
yeah, like they were allowed to like either they like lived in an environment that was so like toxic and hostile, or they lived in an environment where nobody cared enough to where these things weren't noticed. And I think that's where like the nurture, like they weren't maybe necessarily corrected, and if they were corrected, it was probably in a way that caused more trauma, and it wasn't.
But
Sure.
even that's not necessarily true, because there
Yeah.
are serial killers that had decent, if not great, childhoods, but their brains were just hardwired differently, and they still ended up doing what they did, even with the childhood they had.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's always anomalies to it, but there at some point, in order for you to do your job, there's got to be enough consistency
Yeah.
along the way that you can figure out these things. So, like, while there's always an anomaly of a great childhood and nothing really bad going on and stuff like that, like more often than not, the triad is what's going to show.
Yeah, obviously, like if it's the triad, oh, we are fucked.
If there's a way to see it. Yeah.
Mark, I know a serial killer that you would like. So there was a female serial killer.
He's starting off well.
In Mexico. She was a wrestler.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't remember the exact name, but like she like wasn't like, yeah, I don't remember much more past that, but I remember hearing something about it.
I'm gonna research her, and we'll talk about it next time.
Okay.
How's that?
Buddha brittle. Have you had yours?
I have not yet. Is it like peanut butter?
It's almond toffee.
Almond toffee.
Ooh.
So each bag is 50 milligrams, and there's 2 bags in here, so that's really cool. Just like fucking really convenient for you to like, because like it's hard to dose this stuff. So like you know that every piece is gonna have a little bit extra. Smells good. You ever feel weird smelling stuff on camera and you're just like, this is probably not pleasant for anybody to watch? That's good.
Are you a brittle guy? Do you like brittle?
I don't know that I would ever really buy brittle, but like if there's brittle, I'm gonna probably eat it all. Like if like somebody buys, like I'm gonna snack on it until it's gone.
I like brownie brittle.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really good.
Mm-hmm. I like brownie brittle. That's what I want right now.
Almond toffee brittle. That sounds really good.
You have some, don't you?
Yeah. I haven't opened it yet. I was gonna save some stuff for I've got that Zero Dark Nerdy podcast coming up on the 21st, and I was gonna bring a couple things over for that, so we could try it on theirs and spread the word on another product. So, and like I don't know if we can smoke in there, so the drinks and like edibles are key to these possibilities.
These things? Heavenly.
Yeah. Are they dangerous? You're gonna eat the whole bag, aren't you?
I'm thinking about it. I'm definitely gonna
I might have to open one up and everybody try it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
You definitely should. I'm gonna have one more. It's one of those things where like my brain just went, fuck it. Who cares if you get too high?
Right?
That's what this is.
You gotta
Worry about that shit tomorrow when you wake up.
Who says I'm going to sleep? Tell me I shouldn't eat anymore, please. I need you to tell me. Just say you don't need it.
You don't need it.
You don't need it.
You
Thank
don't need to
Put it
do it.
somewhere where you
They're
can't
just
see
so
it while you're doing this. Put it somewhere where you can't see it. Like put it out of sight, out of mind, out of sight, out of mind.
Buddha
See, I
brittle.
can't.
So good that you have to hide. You have to hide it, or you'll just fucking ruin your whole day with just Buddha brittle. You have to have somebody bring this to you and then leave with it. Like has to like you have to like put it in a
You
briefcase.
gotta put it in a briefcase. You know, like in Men in Black where they have the briefcase?
Yep. Yeah. And there's just like the fucking guy with the nuclear options has to like have this with the codes. Yeah. Let's finish her off where everybody tells about their favorite serial killer of the moment or the one you're most interested in. And then, Mark, you can tell everybody what your favorite rap song is.
What?
Fair. All right.
Mine is Jack the Ripper.
Have you seen the articles that they think they have figured out who he was?
Yes, and I have a lot to say about that article. Okay, they didn't because the dude that they said that they found the DNA from, there's confirmed records that he touched it after it was on the crime scene. So it's contaminated with his DNA is the problem. And then they're like, oh, we found a match to him through mitochondrial DNA, but how mitochondrial DNA works, it's passed through the mother. And that shows up a lot more links. That could be anybody. It's like all over the world that can show a match to so many people. So they're not going to find him.
So do you like the mystery of it? Is that why you like Jack the Ripper? It's like this or like
I like the mystery of it. And I just was interested in Victorian era at the time and when I started getting into serial killers. So it was like that was the gateway serial killer.
mm-hmm.
Um
I often think about going back in time and how fun like it would be, but also it's so stinky back then. It's so stinky, it's just so stinky.
No, and then they're over here like, you have a tummy ache, little Timmy? Here, have some opium. What?
Yeah, like I don't think I would like to be there. I mean, I probably would do well there. Men of my rotund size typically were very wealthy back in those times, so maybe I
wouldn't do as well back then.
I mean, I could do for some opium.
Jesus Christ.
Noelia, what is your ideal high night? Like, what would your ideal high night be?
I like to listen to music a lot or watch movies. I have a bunch of DVDs upstairs. I like to watch movies that I know are very visually interesting while I'm high, like Avatar.
Oh wow, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Pilgrim versus the World when you're high?
No, I have not. I have seen Avatar in my house in IMAX, Deadpool, Wolverine, Constantine. That's my go-to. Like if I want to watch a movie and I'm high, I go to Constantine.
Is that a good movie when you're high?
Yes. I wouldn't recommend it for you because it's demons, but it's a fantastic for me.
Thanks for letting me know that.
I got you.
It's like comic book though.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes a difference.
We're doing a new segment here. It's going to be called the high note because we're always going to end on a high note here.
Yeah.
We'll leave the negativity at the door. So let's go around the room and say what our favorite thing has been recently that they've tried or enjoyed or like even just a great high experience that you've had. I'll go first. I'm going to give a shout out to Botanical Bliss and Lifted and Gifted for sending like 3 perfect strains to go with each other. They sent Goo, Orange Crush, and Super Boof. All perfectly beautiful flowers, but what's great about that is it's kind of like if you do disc golf, A lot of times you have like three, like you have like your driver, your putter, and like this other thing. Like it's just like the three tools that you need to do the job. And that's the way I feel. You need to have like a get it done sativa. You need to have something that's like euphoric and it'll let you kind of relax. And then you need something that's going to help you unwind, relax even more. And I feel like all three of those strains are like the perfect, no matter what you do, you can get accomplished in those. And I really appreciate that. And the product and quality was amazing. So,
You know, like to talk about your favorite.
Recently?
Yeah.
Okay. So what were those orange gummies that we have?
The orange one.
The sliced ones?
oh, is that Shooby D?
Oh no. You like the they were from Sinful.
Yeah.
The gummies, they're in the room over there. It was really cool. It's like a peach ring, but you would peel it off
Mm-hmm.
and try those. You like this?
Yeah, I had one of those before watching my current favorite TV show, Moon Knight, and had the time of my life.
Oh, Moon Knight's great. I
I
watched
love
it.
Moon Knight. Don't get me started about Moon Knight. I can go on
I haven't
hours
seen
long.
it long enough to where I honestly don't really. I just know. I know that I really enjoyed it. I don't really remember anything else about it. But I watched it on like a plane ride to San Francisco one weekend for work, and like finished the whole series.
I've watched it twice already. I'm gonna watch it 3 times. I
How?
have this thing where I get stuck on a thing.
Yeah. Are you like? Is it just like you finish it and then you just immediately start it again?
Mm-hmm. There's I'm not diagnosed with some of the things I think I have, but I know how my brain works. I get hyperfixated on things,
Yeah.
cycle through some old ones. This is just a newer one, so it's extra strong and it's
But do you,
waxed on.
is the enjoyment the same each time though?
I don't know. Like
Like,
I get pretty crazy about the stuff I like when I really like it.
are you watching it like you're like, oh, like I don't really want to be watching this, but I can't, or are you just like enjoying watching it each time?
Uh Sometimes I watch it to enjoy it, and then other times I watch it just to have background noise because I can't stand silence at all.
Okay, so overall, you're having a good experience each time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm constantly thinking about
Yeah.
it. It's in the background of my brain. It's been the background of my brain this entire time. Like I have, oh, my serial killer thoughts. Oh, we're having conversation, but in the back of my brain, it's just like the moon.
I'm gonna rewatch that show, and then we can
It's
talk
so
about it.
good.
If you try to talk to me about it right now, I'm gonna be like, I don't remember.
I was talking to him about it recently.
Yeah, we had a good conversation on the way to Southern Pines last week for ACW about Moon Knight. It's cool. I learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Mark, what have you enjoyed recently? And fucking Buddha Brittle, I'm so sorry that I left you out after what you satisfied me with. But yeah, Buddha Brittle's fucking the shit. Oh my god.
I really, honestly, I really enjoyed the CBD gummies. Those have been my favorites out of all the gummies that I've tried recently.
I'm so jealous. I need you to save me at least one. So I can try it.
Dude, I will. I just ordered another pack. Like, for real, just got here like today. Oh, you can't see.
Oh.
Not
But
until
yeah.
I put it on the screen right now.
What's that?
Not until I just flashed it on the screen right now.
Oh yeah. Come by. I dare you.
50 fuck around and find out avenue.
It really is. And if you think I'm bad, wait till you meet my wife. She'll kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if she feels threatened. She's like a cat in a corner, but never needing the corner. Really.
Sometimes I feel like I'm a cat that just got dropped in a bathtub.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a feeling I feel like I've been having a lot lately. It's just like, oh my god, what just happened? I got to get out of this tub.
I can see it. My favorite like smoke lately. I really enjoyed the grape gas from Anthea Farms.
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
Really good.
I like cherry pie, and then
Double cherry pie is great.
She's a big her and her mom are big like Blue Dream and like the Double Cherry Pie fans. Those are great for them. But it helps with her Tourette's and it helps with my wife's fibro. The Shooby D ones, actually, the reason why I bought those again, on top of the fact that I really like them a lot, and they all taste great. Um, However, there's a Belgian waffle one, okay? And when you eat the Belgian waffle one, it tastes amazing. It tastes like a Belgian waffle. But all the other flavors in there, I was like colors, like it's Kool-Aid.
Colors.
Like it's Kool-Aid. If you eat all the other flavors in there, they all kind of taste like breakfast, like waffles, kind of. So it's like blueberry waffle or like a green apple waffle, like, and it's none of it's bad. Like pastry, it's all really really yummy. So I enjoyed the kind of meshing because it was multiple flavors in one pack. Like the flavors kind of meshed together a little bit, but I thought they all tasted amazing. So
yeah, definitely gonna need to get some at some point. Great people. Yeah, all these people that we've talked about so far. Shout out Modern Alchemist. I took off your rapper. I'm sorry.
No, this one is
Low Red.
Yeah.
No, this one.
These tasted really good too. So,
Yeah. Those are like a fireball shot that you don't regret taking.
Yeah. I got a Donnie burger for you still.
Oh yeah, I have a cream and something or other. I will end. We'll end this episode with Noelia. What would you like to add a song to our high playlist? Where you, like, if you had like, what's your go-to song for when you're baked?
Our Ride to Requiem by Team Sleep.
Let me look that up and add it right now. I just
I really need to make a playlist.
Right? You should it would be like a lot of different music. You should check out ours that he's making or we're making.
What is it called? What is that song by Sleep Team?
Team Sleep.
Team Sleep.
Our Ride to
You want to text it to him?
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Our Ride Directory. I got it.
Oh, okay.
This is one of Tino Moreno's side projects outside of Deftones.
Sorry, what was that?
This is one of Tino Moreno's side projects outside of Deftones. He's got this one and Crosses.
Oh, Deftones. Yes. My brother was really into Deftones. I never got super into them, but I know that there's a large following. And now that you say that, this does feel in that vein. Kind of like Mark Shooby D gummies.
Legit, dude. Just bought it. Like fresh.
You want me to tell you something cool? My eyes were closed when I said that, and as soon as I opened them, you had them in your hand. That's a fucking that's like fucking knowing that like you can throw a fucking clothesline, your partner's gonna be there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What do you like about this?
I just like a lot of Tino Moreno's music, but Team Sleep is definitely my favorite band he has.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm in a space world right now. Like it feels like there's like differently cut Stonehenges, like in columns going up, and like the sky is like black, and then it's like maroon, and then it's bright green at the bottom, and it's at night, and I'm just like standing in a field. That's what that song just did to me. Mark, now you close your eyes and tell me where you are.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm in my office.
Play along.
Use your imagination, damn it.
Improv, damn it.
I'm nowhere close behind
Improv. That was exactly what was in my head. It was going up like it was Marge Simpson's hair, like above my Tower of Stonehenges.
No, have you seen any clips or anything from the Cartoon Invaders Zim?
I know what he looks like. That's all I can.
in the cartoon at night, the sky is red, and that's what I see when I listen to this.
That's cool. Let me look that up.
Mhm.
I am
Mhm.
trying to look that up. Mark, what do you see?
What do you see?
I have a terrible imagination.
He does.
Unless it comes to like telling stories and wrestling for some reason. It's the only thing I can like embellish on like
I
that.
can confirm.
What kind of match do you think would be had to this song? Like this is like let's say this is the movie of your life, and this song is playing. Which match or which point in your career are you while this song is playing?
Yeah.
Oh, this is like the montage scene after like a big loss
Yeah.
where like I'm like reflecting on all the shit I did wrong.
You're ripping fucking toilets out of the wall.
Right? Yeah. Like I'm pissed at the world and I can't believe I fucked up that spot. Like what the fuck is wrong with